She ain't messing with you, let you.
Hello everybody, this is the Blue and Gold 122. Welcome back, welcome to the RCW Network where we are on Talking Turbo. This is the Talking Turbo versus taking place here. And so we'll be seeing this same image tomorrow for, as what you see behind us, Money in the Bank. Tomorrow is going to be absolutely crazy, so let's talk about tonight. There was ups and downs from the night. Like, you were in a few matches. Your Anarchy gimmick has, okay, so Jeffy's there, he's doing that We Want Heaven stunt. But, anyway, going back to that. What was your ups and downs last night?
I have a good chair and it says we can't use it. I accept it. And then all of a sudden they have chairs and I get blindsided by everybody. I lost that match. But other than that, I proved myself a worthy wrestler. A good wrestler. Because I made it to the final match of the U.S. tourney and fought my brother, Ruthless Warbeast. And he done a good match. He gave me a good match. Our health was both near the end if you would watch the match, which I suggest you do on YouTube.
On the RCW Network.
Correct. So go and do that after this.
Alright, so going back to everything, what my ups and downs were, for some reason, I did get, at the draft, he did draft me as a person to, or as a Raw wrestler itself to, or I'm talking about Dren in this sense. He did draft me to Turbo as a wrestler. However, I do go to both shows. Actually, I do all three shows. I have to do the recording for Throwdown. I'm the general manager of the upbringing of the NXT type show Upbringing. Which has been really fun. You have to come one day, Headless. I mean, the last time we had it this past Wednesday, there was like 30 people there, and we was all having a wild time. But, going back and looking over tonight, the weirdest part about it was, for me anyway, was when I came out as Dev Styles. Or an AJ Styles gimmick that I was kind of forced to. Which, he just like told me to get in that gimmick, and I was like, why? And then he started playing Dev, so I was like, what am I doing? I don't know what the hell I was doing. So, in that sense, it was kind of weird. He's still trying to get me to accept a championship match, but I won't because I'm the one that created the damn titles. If they actually create their own titles, then I might consider it. But I feel that it would be wrong in an aspect. If I'm the creator and the creator of RCW and the titles that he's trying to give away, I think that would be a bad situation for me to hold that title.
Well, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
For the new superstars that barely can fight and don't use mouse lock switch and not that experienced, would you consider a cruiserweight division?
We actually are thinking about doing a cruiserweight division. How the hell did this get turned around where you're interviewing me?
Because I am Anarchy.
Okay, whatever. But, okay, I'm revolutionary, but anyway. We'll powerbomb that pussy.
Roof Owens.
In God we trust. In that sense, I forgot the question.
I said for the new superstars that don't use mouse lock switch, that are not experienced enough like we are, would you consider a cruiserweight division?
Oh yeah, we are considering in the fact of doing a cruiserweight division, starting on the Upbringing show, and then moving it to either Throwdown or Turbo, whichever one comes for the bid for it. I Spy, I haven't heard from him. I don't. He was at the show earlier today, but he did not say a single word. He was there for like 15 minutes and then left. I don't know what what's going on there, but if he does not start complying, we will have to look for another general manager for Monday Night Throwdown. But yeah, we are considering into doing a cruiserweight division with one cruiserweight title, because there's all kinds of freaking new championships being created at this current moment. And tomorrow here at Money in the Bank, every single championship that RCW owns at this current moment, and I do stress every single one, even from the ones from Upbringing, will be defended here tomorrow, including the very main event, the what I like to call the Obi match, which I'm not going to show here for this show. You guys will have to wait and see what it is tomorrow. But the Obi match is our type of the Money in the Bank match, and you can ask Headless. He's actually, me and him been sitting here testing it. Don't worry, a few of the things are going to be changed. That way he doesn't remember everything. But it's going to be hard. Let's just put it that way.
Well, hopefully you don't change too much, because there's already going to be clotheslines everywhere.
There's going to be clotheslines inside the match. And with everybody trying to complete this Obi to try to get the briefcase that's at the end of the Obi, you're all going to have clotheslines and have that ability of pushing somebody off of the Obi. So it's going to be insane tomorrow. And let's just say, and here's how the rules are going to work. I'm going to go ahead and tell this out now, and I'll tell it again before the match starts. But if you get pushed off and you die, that's part of the match. That's the end for you.
Unless nobody gets the Money in the Bank and we all die. That is a restart.
Yeah, if everybody dies, then it is a restart. You have 5 chances to restart. And if it does not be completed within 5 chances, I do apologize, but it will be a 6-pack challenge clean match to get the briefcase.
Hello, Jeffrey.
Hello, Jeffrey. Thank you for watching. It's good that you're hearing us doing this as well. That way you'll know the rules as well for tomorrow. It's going to be insane. But anyway, back to Turbo.
Well, hold on. Before we go back to that, I have a suggestion for your Money in the Bank.
What's that?
You know the Ultimate X match that I introduced to you long ago?
Yeah.
You know how it's hard to get that title?
Yeah.
Why don't you make the briefcase like that at the end of the Obi?
Like, put it in the X Factor?
Like in a box thing like you do for the X match.
Like, put it to where it's hard to get it?
Exactly.
Okay.
Make the match even tougher. It's got to be a tough match, folks. But anyway, back to Turbo.
But, I can actually take a look and see if I can try to do that. You're trying to put some more shit on me. But, anyway. Sorry, Jeffrey, if you hear us cuss. But, I did put it that this is rated PG-14. So, it's all good. But, back to Turbo. Let me go and pull up some stuff.
Also, Jeffrey, and anybody watching, you can watch the full show of Turbo on YouTube on the RCW network.
Let's see.
Literally what the channel is called. You'll see a giant fist.
Let's see. Okay, in the first match of the evening in the pre-show was Soul versus IGOT. What was your preferences about that match? I don't even think you were there yet. I think you were still working on something.
If it was pre-show, yeah, I was working on my Tron. My Tron is now finished, by the way. But any match Soul is in, that's my home dog. So, I'm rooting for him. I don't care who you are. Unless you're my cousin or brother, then I just let you all do your match.
Now, later that night, yeah, I can agree with that. Soul's pretty good. Soul's a really good friend of ours, and he's been here since RCW V1. He did leave because of a few circumstances, but now he's back, and we're glad to have him back. Welcome back, brother. But now here's the best part in my mind of what happened last night. Cole had just defeated somebody, and Cole's gonna be in the Money in the Bank match as well. I think. I'm not sure. Probably not. No, he's not. But Cole defeated somebody. It was basically a pre-match, getting ready for the Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship tomorrow here at Money in the Bank. So that was a pretty good match. But then what happened after that match was even better. As soon as he was winning, he was celebrating. Freaking Jason Angle out of nowhere challenging Cole. Well, he wasn't at first challenging Cole. He was coming out to make his statement known that he was going to be the Intercontinental Champion because him, Cole, Super Kid, and somebody else that Drin still has not told me who the fourth person is in that match. The fourth person with Jason, Cole, and Super Kid. Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship. And Jason, he proved a point tonight.
And I agree with that.
I mean, what was your preferences before Jason Angle coming out and stuff like that?
Well, whenever you say big words in the RCW or any professional pro wrestling group, you have to back your words up or you look like a jobber. You look like an inexperienced wrestler. And that's how that works. See, I back up my words. I go in my matches and I give 110% every time. And some days I have my rough days and I still do it. And that's how that works. You have to back up your words in the RCW. Core was saying some big words. Then here comes Jason Angle. He says big words. And these two are wanting to prove it. So you see in the match they go from tie 2-2, both needing one more victory. And Jason Angle got that victory and proved and backed up his words.
Backed up his words that he is going to be, what he wants to be is that Intercontinental Champion. Let's look over here for what Jeffrey is. Well, let's bring Jeffrey up here with us since he's actually talking with us. Jeffrey, we're going to bring you up here. All right, Jeff, you're up here with us. Just grab you a seat there, but you can still keep commentating on the side there, though I can read all your stuff. Let's see. The only thing that is distracting me in that Money in the Bank title is Joni and Igot. Joni and Igot.
What about me?
What about Joni and Igot is in it, but also you have Headless Anarchy. And you have Soulbringer. Hi, Jeffrey. I bet Drin is going to win the IC title. That wouldn't make sense. Because where Drin has created the match, Drin shouldn't be in the match because he is the general manager over that Intercontinental Championship, and Drin is going to be the only person I see that will be the future champ. Well, Drin did retire from in-ring wrestling as of because he was the RCW champion at WrestlePalooza, but then he did retire that night. He left both the matches, left both the titles in the ring. So we'll see what happens on that tomorrow. Going forward from there, round 2 of the United States Championship tourney. What the hell?
Well, for one, I made sure I got to the end of that tournament.
You did.
And I wanted to back up my words. I was going to be in the main event of it, or I was going to win it. I might not have won it, but that match was a damn good one. I give it match of the year, if anyone.
Well, like, let me try to go here to when this was happening. And there's the Jason Angle and Cole match. Let me just keep going here since we've already talked about that. Oh, yeah. So starting in this is round 2. Starting out round 2 of the United States tourney match. Headless Horseman Anarchy versus Naruto.
Shinsuke Nakamura, as he calls himself.
Naruto Nakamura. So, how did you like that match? Well, you were in the match. how was Naruto against you?
Well,
I mean, you have an upcomer that was literally started upbringing 3 weeks ago and was brought up to Turbo, all because of the matches that he was given.
well, he fought good. The match was, I started off with 1, then we tied 2 times. He got 1, and I made it to free, so it was 3-1. I see a future for him. I just don't like the fact that he called me AJ Styles, but it's understandable because my character looks just like AJ Styles. Except I have a tattoo on my guy of an Anarchy logo and an HH with my son's birthday.
Oh, there you go.
But I said, sure, we got the match going. He didn't show no signs of pressure at first, but toward the end of that match, he started showing pressure, like he was getting pressure, like nervous to continue on and try and beat me. So I feel that he got a little nervous toward it. But if he didn't, it's cool. I think he's still an rising superstar, and I think he can make it one day in RCW.
Oh, exactly. I mean, that's what RCW is all about. It's just bringing your revolution to life. So,
Because we ain't going to be here forever.
oh, we ain't gonna be here forever. I mean, the day I quit, will probably the day that I get a full-time job that makes me where I cannot actually get on anymore. That's the only time that I would think I would quit. I'm not going to quit because of age or restrictions or anything like that. I'm 21 years old. I like what I do.
I'm
So, let's go back over here to Jeff. Let's see what he said. Drin, what question? I think Naruto will maybe win the USA title. He can give it a try, but you can never give up. I agree with that. Hello, Drin. Welcome to the stream.
I agree with that statement 100% as long as Drew Bowen still ain't champion.
Exactly. But let's go back over here. Drin will maybe get out of a Hall of Fame and just come out and assault some people. Drin, OB, answer my question. What question?
You didn't ask one yet.
Do you XD every day? No, I don't. What question? All you said was OB. But let's see, go back over here. But yeah, that was. Let's just not get back. Let's not get to Ruth just yet. Let's look over here and keep going for for the rest of Turbo. There was you winning that. And
And then La Sombra.
Yep, Ice Boy, or what his name is now, Samuel, versus I don't know who. I can't remember who he versed. Let me. Oh no, he wasn't in the verse because he did get beaten out on round 1. So let me see. There was Ruth Owens coming out. We'll talk about that here in just a second. We're gonna.
That's when you were forced to be AJ Styles.
Yeah, that was when I was forced to be AJ Styles. But I'm gonna keep looking over here. OB as a god. Oh my god.
If you read the side where everybody's talking, they kept saying we want headless.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see what happened. What was next? All right. So now we're here. Ruth Owens versus the best. Rollins. Wow. Oh, that was a crazy match, I have to say. But Ruth just literally wiped the floor with everybody he faced with tonight. Except, I do take that back a little bit because you two had a pretty good match at the end, but I don't want to get to that just yet. I'm talking up to.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, me and Ruth, we like to show off what we can do because we're veterans just like you are. We've started pro wrestling way back when we first started. That was back when there was a tool called Kick, and you'd be kicking around the ring till you kick someone's torso off their body and they die. And that's when we used green screens for Trons on YouTube. So we row wrestled for a long time, way before I had a kid and become 19 years old. But yeah, that was a wild match. The best, he called me nothing when I first introduced Anarchy, and I beat Ruth Owens and proved I am something. I'm not in the Hall of Fame for no reason.
I mean, we inducted you into the Hall of Fame because you were gone for so long. I didn't think you was going to be able to actually come back. Due to a lot of the things that were going on, and where we have a history. We've been here since. When did we start? We started
We literally started like a month after we first got on Roblox.
Yeah, first got on Roblox. Hydrin, you're in the middle of the freaking shot. Me and you started, I think it was the summer of 2010.
We're a 13 plus.
I think it.
I think a little bit early. It's hard to remember. It's been forever.
I can't remember, but
That's way before I met my woman.
it was way before. We were still in grade school when we first joined Roblox and we first began with WRWF that summer. Like I said beforehand, before WRWF's Wrestle Extravaganza went to Spike, it was already 4 years old.
Yeah.
And so 5-0 for WoW Taker, 1-0 at a WrestlePalooza. But that's something that we could talk about real quick. The WoW Taker. Where is he?
I have no idea.
Can I slap that big head? No.
You cannot slap his big head.
Please do not.
His big red head. No sexual comments again.
Let's go back to our...
And you cannot knock on the boss, because back when we did first start, when he first made WRDF, he had movies being made on Roblox also. He was working his ass off also, and when he started getting older, he started going out and cutting grass and still managing to do both.
I had to do a lot of things growing up to... Well, we don't... Jeffrey, we don't know. We haven't heard anything from the WoW Taker. Wink, wink. But I don't think the WoW Taker will be coming back here anytime soon. It was my lifelong dream to face him. Well,
you still have some work to go.
like again, the WoW Taker might not return in this essence. I don't know.
Reminiscent memories of when I had the rock gimmick and we were a tag team.
The rockin' tombstones was a thing. but now let's keep going with the Talking Turbo. Drin, I do apologize that I ran over half the show. It's only because of the attorney that I had to do it. And where you were gone, we were doing all that kinds of stuff. And to see what we all did while you was away, you can see that all on the RCW Network on YouTube.com.
Exactly.
Going forward, Dren, will you please
Get out of the shot.
get out of the shot? Man, I don't mind you being up here. You can be on the sides or something, but don't be in my face.
Suicide dive. That was my
But on that note, what was I talking about?
Well, we were talking about the Wild Taker.
We were talking about the Wild Taker.
And then he got another shot, and then I think you were going back to Turbo.
Yeah, I was going back to Turbo and telling him that with Turbo, you'll have full control once again, starting this Friday. I will not interfere with anything. I'll just be there to be your talent and to be the recording and everything and getting all that done. So everything goes back to you.
Hold on, I have something to say.
Go.
Before you continue. Go ahead. Whenever you see a tool step, call a tool step and give the man a point. I've seen that a couple of times.
Apparently there were a few times where there were a couple of tool steps, but those tool steps.
I didn't have none, I don't think, tonight, so.
Oh yeah, well. Dren. My bad. but let's see.
You sit down.
You sit. Well, you can't sit down because you kinda when you teleported him, You took away the seat, and you know it does that. But I gotta fix it to where it doesn't do that anymore. I think all you have to do is anchor the seats, but I'll take a look into that. I'm trying to sit, but you can't sit. Well, let's Headless. Headless is right here.
Hello.
Yeah, he's on the chat. He's actually right here. He's talking with me. So Headless.
Yeah.
Your match with your brother at the end, the main event of of Turbo last night. We're gonna talk about this since we only got a few minutes left. And last night, main event, you versus Ruth Owens. What a match! That match, other than the Jason Angle part, was two of my favorite parts of last night. You were in the match. Unfortunately, you lost. Your brother's now the champion.
Well, it wasn't unfortunate.
How do you feel?
Either way, I wanted him to win it, actually. Because I don't really need it. I've been there, I've done it. Almost any title, I've been there and done it. Hell, my gimmick of Goldberg is a champion. I've been there, done it.
Which you will have. The Goldberg will have to be here tomorrow as well.
I know this. And anybody knows when they go up against Goldberg, they're next.
The next.
But anyway, that match was good. I wanted him to win it, but I didn't want him to win it easily. And if I was going to win it, I was going to probably hand it over to him anyway. But he brought his A game tonight, and as you can see in the YouTube video on RCW Network, both our healths were really low. We were about to die each time. It was an interesting match, 2-2. Both of us just needed one more point to win, and he was close to low health, and he still won.
Still won. It was a pretty decent match. I love the atmosphere of that match, and he raised his hand at the end, so showing good sport and good triumph for your brother. And so now he is, as he says, he is the face of America.
But I'm the beard that runs the show.
But you're the beard that runs the show. I'm the beard that runs the place, or whatever. I'm the beard they need to fear. Yeah, you need to make that a shirt. I am the beard they need to fear. We only got 2 minutes left. How do you want, like, your favorite parts of Turbo last night? Headless.
I can't even remember half of them. I was only focused on my matches and working on other things as it was going. Let's see here. Fried chicken was alright when he come out.
Oh, fried chicken?
Yeah, that KFC. We need some security guards. Y'all ain't supposed to bring food to the arena. That's a joke.
Yeah, I was,
You bring up some matches, I'll probably remember them then.
let's see. Let's see if we can find something we can talk about for the last 2 minutes.
Matches that don't involve us. Oh, the Matt Hardy versus Jeff?
Matt Hardy versus Jeff and Ken. Since Jeff is here,
That's hot.
Matt Hardy versus Jeffrey and Ken. How did you like that match?
Jeffrey, stop showing your back to Matt. I'm going to say that right now. You keep showing your back to Matt. If you watch the video, you show your back to Matt. If you use a mouse lock switch, cut some curves. I have some tricks if you want to know. You just simply get against the ropes if you need to, but there's an easy tactic to bring that down. But it'd be better than showing your back to Matt, because if you show your back to your opponent more, they're more lively to bring you down and win the match.
Well, that's all the time that we have for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Answering his question, who is my favorite wrestler in RCW? My favorite gimmick. It's not just going to be a wrestler or anything like that. My favorite gimmick, it has to be Dude Love. Well, that's going to be all from us tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Oblivion God 122 and Headless Horseman 12.
See y'all later.
We'll see you guys here tomorrow for Money in the Bank. Bye-bye.
She ain't messing with you unless you.